We've been preparing for today's announcement for many months, and we're confident that the initiative we're announcing today will immediately benefit Nebraska teachers, Nebraska high school students, and Nebraska parents. Ultimately, we believe this program will benefit the state of Nebraska as we provide our young people with financial literacy information that they will need to live out their dreams as financially responsible adults, and as we provide families with the information and tools they need to build a financial foundation where these dreams can take hold. With me this morning are Bonnie Seibert and Terrence Payne of the Department of Education, George Beatty of the Nebraska Bankers Association, and 3 representatives of EverFi, an educational technology company based in Washington, D.C. From that organization, we have John Chapman, co-founder, who a little later will do a demonstration. Cody Leike is somewhere. There's Cody. There's Cody. The Director of Midwestern Operations, and Jessica Freimer, who is out in the hall, but will be with us shortly. And she's the manager for schools in Nebraska and South Dakota, so she'll be the person that will be working directly with teachers across the state of Nebraska to implement this program. Beginning this fall, the Nebraska Educational Savings Trust, or NEST, which is our state-sponsored college savings program, will sponsor a statewide financial education initiative to teach both high school students and adults about college savings and financial literacy. We will make EverFi's web-based financial education program available to every high school in the state of Nebraska at no charge to those schools. This initiative will be called the Nebraska Nest Financial Scholars. The second component of our program will be a web-based digital learning platform for adults. This interactive platform includes information about state-sponsored 529 college savings plans like Nest. Those programs offer state tax incentives and take their names from Section 529 of the Internal Revenue Code. Both components of the Nebraska Nest Financial Scholars will be accessed through the Nebraska State Treasurer's website at treasurer.org. EverFi's web-based curriculum engages high school students to learn critical life skills regarding personal financial literacy, money management, and focuses on subjects like college savings, credit cards, credit scores, insurance, interest rates, mortgages, and stocks. The course is offered in 10 modules and includes 6 to 8 hours of programming that teaches, assesses, and certifies students in these important subjects. Students receive certificates when they finish. The EverFi program will be facilitated by teachers in the schools and will complement the other material that is being used in the classroom. To engage the students, EverFi relies on a variety of new media technologies, including video, animation, 3D gaming, avatars, and social networking. EverFi co-founder John Chapman will demonstrate how this platform works a little bit later. We want to note that the EverFi program is already in use in the Omaha public high schools under the sponsorship of Mutual Omaha Bank. The EverFi program also is in use in 28 other schools in Nebraska under the sponsorship of local banks in those communities, in cooperation with the Nebraska Bankers Association. According to our calculations, based on State Department of Education data, that still leaves 239 high schools, public high schools, and 35 private high schools in the state of Nebraska that could take advantage of this program. Mr. Beatty will speak about the Nebraska Bankers' role in a few minutes. After hours of research and discussions, I'm confident that we have chosen an excellent resource as the centerpiece of our financial education initiative. We will continue to sponsor other activities that promote financial literacy, including essay contests and team competitions, and will continue to provide scholarship contributions to Nest College Savings accounts to those winners. Our Nebraska Nest Financial Scholars Program will reach all across the state, from east to west, from north to south, and will reinforce my strong belief as State Treasurer that financial knowledge is absolutely essential to a well-rounded education. I believe that basic financial knowledge is critical to our goal of developing financially responsible adults, productive citizens who can move our state and our economy forward, and who will be able to manage their own finances and their families' finances in an increasingly complex financial system. Our children and grandchildren must begin to acquire this knowledge now when they're young, so that they may avoid many of the financial mistakes and the heartbreak that all too often have come today to those who have made financial mistakes. I will be available to answer questions at the end of the news conference. I'd like to now ask Bonnie Seibert and Harris Payne, and I think Harris will go first, both of the Nebraska Department of Education, to talk about financial literacy and financial matters related to the Department of Education.
Good morning. I want to thank Mr. Stenberg, his staff, and everyone involved in this project for asking me to briefly speak this morning. My name is Harris Payne. I'm the Director of Social Studies for the Nebraska Department of Education. I've been asked to speak about the new social studies standards and how the standards address financial literacy. Financial literacy has been in the news for the past several years. According to debt.org, young Americans take on more credit card debt than previous generations and are slower to repay it. End quote. It's statistics like these and many more that have set the stage for the need for educating young people about financial literacy. Financial literacy was put into the state social studies standards through a year-long process that began with a group of K-12 Nebraska educators and college educators that wrote the Nebraska State Social Studies Standards. During the process, the standards were reviewed through public surveys, forums, and written comments. A subcommittee of the Nebraska State Board of Education modified and put forth the final set of standards that were adopted by the full State Board of Education in an 8-0 vote on December 7, 2012. School districts in the state of Nebraska have until December 7, 2013 to adopt the new state social studies standards. The new state social studies standards are divided into 4 core areas. The areas include history, civics, geography, and economics. Included in the economics area is a set of standards that pertain to financial literacy. Financial literacy standards listed in the early grades have students understand money and how it is used, as well as savings, interest, borrowing, and institutions such as banks. In high school, the standards call for students to become knowledgeable about careers, economic decision-making, money management, credit, insurance, and investing. Throughout the past several months, dozens of workshops and meetings have been held by schools and district writing teams across the state with the purpose of including the new standards in their curriculum. The standards direct what content and skills will be targeted and at what level. The writing teams take the standards and create curriculum that includes courses, learning activities, and objectives. The courses utilize materials and resources to teach the standards. The EverFi program has now been added to the resources available to the teachers in the state to use to teach financial literacy. I want to personally thank Mr. Stenberg, the Nebraska Bankers Association, and EverFi for adding this resource to the teacher's toolkit that will be used to teach financial literacy to the students of the state of Nebraska. Thank you. Now I'd like to introduce my colleague, Bonnie Seibert.
Good morning. As Harris said, I'm Bonnie Seibert, and I'm the Career Field Specialist for Business Marketing and Management at the Department of Education. So between Harris and I, we're really excited about having the opportunity to share this new resource, EverFi, with our business and our social studies teachers. Like the social studies teachers, the business teachers 2 years ago, at both the secondary and post-secondary level, worked to develop course standards in both personal finance and in economics. And we know that we have over 125 high schools currently offering a full semester of personal finance at the secondary level. And there's probably more that we're not aware of. There are many different excellent financial education resources available that help deliver the importance of financial education. And we're excited about EverFi. EverFi is a simulation, as Don mentioned. There's avatar, there's animation, there's technology. Where students can be engaged with technology, we find that it's a very exciting environment to be in. So even though many of the concepts are already being taught in our schools today, we think that the added twist with technology will really perk up the students and make them pay attention. So we want you to know that Paris and I will work together on professional development for teachers, whether they're social studies teachers or business teachers. We have 6 full-day workshops scheduled in October, and Jessica with the EverFi office out of Omaha will be assisting us in the training of the business and information technology teachers that come to those workshops. We usually see about 350 teachers. They'll have a chance to get an overview, get some initial training, and they'll bring their laptops and they'll sign up for an account. As Dawn mentioned, we already have 29 schools using EverFi. We introduced EverFi 3 years ago at a conference that we host for business teachers. So we have some schools already in process, and I'm sure that the new schools will learn from them. So in closing, I'd just like to say we're really excited about this partnership with EverFi, with the Treasurer's Office, and we will, at the Department of Education, be able to share with you existing resources that can be used as we further our students in the area of financial education.
Thank you, Paris and Mike. And I'll ask Group B, Nebraska Bankers Association, say a few words, explain what their role has been here. And they were involved in this earlier and came to us, and we're happy to be working with them. George?
Don, thank you. Well, we've heard the term excitement several times today, and this is an exciting day. I think especially for us to see something come to fruition and see this, see our abilities when we come together to work together to launch a program that will be available in high schools all across the state. The Nebraska Bankers Association has been involved in financial literacy for the last 30 years. We recognize the importance of financial literacy. The MBA itself serves as a resource for our